Also in the studio with us this morning is Eric Keller with XPEL. And XPEL is a clear bra company. Now, I know all of the jokes and all that stuff. We got all that last hour. But it's basically a clear wrap kind of thing that goes on your painted surfaces of your car, i.e. the front end, the bumper, the hood. Thanks for coming in, by the way.
Thank you. By the way, can you cover the headlights? You know, everybody, these plastic lenses on the headlights always turn colors and stuff, and they get sandblasted like you get like everything else. Can you cover those too?
Yes, you can. You can do it with a regular film, and that just prevents oxidation. We also have a PVC film that's 30 mil in thickness, which is almost 4 times thicker than our regular clear bra material. And you can take major impacts. Stones, let's say 1 inch in diameter at 120 miles per hour, won't do anything to damage your expensive HID headlight when you have your lens protected with our film.
I remember somebody emailed me something the other day about matter of fact, I ought to talk about it, but it's the guy had an Acura TL and it has these HID headlights, and he burned one out, and then he actually broke. What happened is a rock broke it, and it burned out the headlight. The headlight bulb was like $135, but the lens is like $300 and something.
Plus, let's not forget the labor costs too.
Yeah, because if you mess up a lens, you've got to take the bumper, the grill, and disassemble half the car because it's under layers and layers of stuff.
Well, it's just like you were talking about last hour. Depending on the manufacturer that you have, the higher the brand, the more expensive it gets.
Yeah, when you get a BMW 3 Series or something, or a 5 Series, or any of the Mercedes, there's some big coins there. And people think, oh, I've got a $60,000 car. Well, yeah, but guess what? If you put it together out of parts, it costs 3 times that. The parts are a whole lot more expensive than the car.
Can you buy just the headlight covers that you're talking about?
Absolutely.
Really? Mm-hmm. So you sell bits and pieces of these clear bras for the entire car? I could buy just the bumper part if I wanted to.
That's correct.
I could buy the bumper and the headlights.
That's correct.
Sure.
So,
I don't know, because all I could think of is it comes in a kit because it's specifically made for your exact model car. Well,
let's say one of the guys has a 34 Ford and he's got this really hot paint job on it, or 32 Ford, and it's kind of a hot rod, and he's got some gazillion-dollar paint job, which these cars have. I'm like, man, what am I going to do? I don't want to have anything scratch it or touch it, or I don't want to drop a wrench and hit the fender or something like that. Can they bring it to one of your stores and have them maybe design a protector for it?
Mike, why did you choose the 32 Ford?
I just thought of it because that's this real popular car.
That was our show car this year.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, we had a 32 Ford Roadster that was black with flames that started off white, went into yellow, orange. And we chose that car because we wanted to demonstrate the clarity of our film, not just on white, but on black, because you're not really good unless you to be able to show what you got unless you're on a black painted surface, because it shows everything if there's any kind of flaw.
Absolutely.
God knows I like to show what I got.
Yeah, Don does.
So we wrapped that entire car with our film. We had that in our booth at SEMA.
Okay.
And that had about $250,000
I remember a couple
in the car.
years ago, didn't you have like a race car there or something?
We've had, some of Penske's cars in our booth in the past. One of the Indy 500 cars, Audi R8s. We've done all kinds of different vehicles to showcase off of.
Because I know that these cars that are racing, they're out on the track. They get beat up pretty bad. And you guys make a coating for that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Saying without saying, so I don't want to get in trouble in this. Depending on the racing league, the majority of cars are covered in our film in almost all formats.
Really?
Yes.
So they get like a little bit of damage. It kind of helps hold them together.
Yeah, well,
if they get smacked hard enough to bust fiberglass or whatever.
Many different attributes for that. We've actually seen at extremely high speeds because there's small little pores in the clear bra. It's like a golf ball, the dimples, and it helps with aerodynamics when you're going 200 miles per hour. Also, if you smack a wall or another race car, helps hold that metal or plastic or whatever it is together. So they're not having to put duct tape on there to try and get around the track. It doesn't slow down the car. And more importantly, than anything else is got very, very expensive real estate on that car where they want to take care of their sponsors' logos.
So this goes over the sponsor's logo?
Yeah, so like
clear.
And a car might be wrapped with vinyl with M&Ms all over it.
Right.
And so they'll take this film and put it right on top because you'll have, melted tires, motor oil flying up, whatever it is on that racetrack.
So your clear wrap can go over an existing wrap.
Absolutely.
And it can come off, too, without pulling the other stuff off.
And a good example is some of these Corvettes out there or other stripe kits that you'll see on a car. We have a matte film and not just clear. So if you have matte vinyl, and if you put a gloss film over matte vinyl, well, you ruin the look. So you can put our matte film over the matte vinyl, and it preserves that matte look you're looking for. Or if you have the matte paint job, like Mercedes, we just did in our shop in San Antonio, C63 Black Series, or the Black Edition. And we wrap the entire car in that because the second on a matte paint job, you get a scratch, you can't buff it. Because when you buff it,
polishes it out.
It polishes it. You get a glossy finish.
Okay, can we? What if you've got this good-looking Harley and it's got a nice paint job and things like that, and you got all the pictures of the angels or whatever on whatever you want. You say you've got some kind of wild paint job on it. Can you cover that?
Yes, you can. We don't have patterns specific to Harley Davidson, except for the mid 2000 years. The manufacturers in automotive have just gotten so crazy with all the variants of their particular lines. We might have 4 different bumpers for a Camry or something like that, whether it's an XE, LE, XLE, or all the other fun stuff. So just keeping up with that is taken away from some of the other things that we could do that's cool. But we found our film on interior pieces in your home, like your Sub-Zero fridge or your Viking fridge. You want to protect that from getting scratched up. We've seen it in expensive yachts, people putting it on their Gator that they drive around on their ranch, all kinds of stuff.
I know that Jim Morrison from Jeep was wanting you to put it on the front of his horse trailer.
We'll be doing that in a couple months when we get up there.
And because it gets sandblasted like his Jeep does.
Yeah, and our focus right now is really education to the public because most people don't know about it. We have a unique challenge in this marketplace that because our product is clear, it's not like rims or window tint you see going down the road. Say, hey, I like that.
Yeah, but doesn't there other competition that does stuff like yours?
They do stuff like us, but they don't do it as good as we do.
Ah, there's the difference.
That's true.
And they're not better looking than you or any of that other stuff, right?
That's impossible.
Oh, good God. I think this is a perfect time to take a break. This love fest is just killing me. Hey, you got a question for us here at In Wheel Time? Shoot us an email, info@InWheelTime, or give us a call on the In Wheel Time line, 713-439-1560.